Hi everybody, welcome back to IGN Deconstructed. I'm Dale, and today we're gonna be talking about something that's very near and dear to my heart. That's right, piracy. Okay, nah, I'm just kidding. But something that emulates piracy, which is something, that's kind of weird to say in terms of video games, right? How do you emulate piracy? But I sincerely believe that the Xbox Game Pass is the best way for you to emulate video game pirating, especially for us Southeast Asians. I mean, I think for a while, or a very long while, we didn't even know what original games were. All we know is that games would come in a little plastic sleeve with the cover art printed on like a piece of paper and a disc inside. That's it, that's all we know. And everybody had the little folders, it's like a 3-ring binder where you can just slot the games in, A little backstory. So how I got my start in gaming was with the PS1. When I was 5 years old, my dad just came home one day and he bought me and my brothers our first PS1, our first ever video game console. And it came with like a whole folder full of games. It was all pirated, right? Same thing with the PS2. The minute we bought the PS2, the dude said, oh yeah, comes with 10 free games. So of course we went with the Bouncer, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy X, and we didn't know any better. And because of that rampant game pirating that kinda lasted until the Wii and the Xbox 360, I've developed the habit of playing a ton of games all at once. Granted, if I have to review a game, then yeah, I'm gonna be playing that for the whole week, to completion. But on my own free time, leisurely, when I'm having fun with my own video games, I like to play a whole range of games at once. So like, yeah, I'm going through Final Fantasy IX again, but at the same time, I'm playing Nier, I'm playing like a racing game, a roguelike, all at the same time. That's just how I am. And I don't know if the rest of you have developed that habit because of the way we grew up. So yeah, fast forward to a couple of years ago. PS4 came out, Xbox came out. I don't know why, but I chose the Xbox. Alright, again, I'm not a fanboy. I wouldn't say I am a Microsoft, Xbox fanboy or whatever, because I did grow up mostly with the PlayStation. That's the thing. And yet, I don't know. PS4 didn't hook me. I chose the Xbox One. And for a while, I regretted it. That's right, I regretted getting the Xbox One because it seems like everybody was having a little bit more fun on the PS4. And then, in 2017, Microsoft announced the Game Pass. And for a while, it seemed a little weird, right? Like, how does it work? A Netflix for games? It seemed a little iffy, right? But yeah, my little brother convinced me to get it, and we did. And that rejuvenated our Xbox's life. And I didn't regret buying an Xbox after that, because for $10 a month at the time, it was only available on Xbox. For $10, 10 US dollars, I got access to hundreds of games at once. So, as of April 2020, there are 10 million users of the Xbox Game Pass. And now it's been upgraded even further. There's Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which I upgraded to, because now I can play Xbox games and a whole range of games on my PC, as well as my Xbox. So, it's a pretty good deal. And now they're adding EA Play. It really is a value for money. And of course, it feels like pirating, like a little too much. Like, it should be illegal to own over 300 games on my Xbox. I mean, I don't download all of them at once, but to constantly be swapping around different games, whether it's like super old games like Banjo-Kazooie or Final Fantasy VII, to something more recent like Nier or Crackdown 3, Battletoads. It feels weird. But that's a good thing. Xbox Game Pass users get to play just all kinds of games. And we're just, you open up your gaming horizons in a way. When it comes to the games on the Xbox Game Pass that I wouldn't have spent money on, but I played anyway because of the Game Pass, includes, there are indie games like Crosscode or Hot Shots Racing. Like, yeah, those are very niche indie games, and I wouldn't have bought them at full price, But because of the Game Pass, I got them for free, and I don't regret it. They're really fun games that would have been under the radar if it wasn't for the Game Pass. And even AAA titles like Nier Automata or Devil May Cry 5. I was gonna wait for those games to go on sale to buy them. But because of the Game Pass, I got them for free. Okay, I guess free is kind of stretching it because, you're still paying for the subscription. But hey, it feels a lot like free. Now, it's not perfect. Sometimes games, they leave the service. They had GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 at the same time, but then GTA 5 left a month after Red Dead joined. There are cases like that. Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, but there are a whole range of games. You really won't get bored with the Game Pass. Earlier in 2020, most of the world, including us in Southeast Asia, were put into lockdown. From March to around, let's say June, July, at least 4 over here in Malaysia. So everybody was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Everybody was playing Ghost of Tsushima. But I didn't get all those games. But I couldn't feel bad because I had other games to check out. So while everybody else was playing that one hot game of the year, I was playing all sorts of indie games. Like Carrion came out. Streets of Rage 4. I wouldn't have bought that game. Freaking fun. It's really fun. Spiritfarer. That was on Game Pass. And I'm not usually the kind of guy to play management sims. I don't really like the whole, you gotta talk to people or you gotta farm. That's not really my thing. But I played Spiritfarer and it's really fun. It's probably one of my games of the year. One thing I do like about the current video game climate is how every platform has their niche. Alright? If you want amazing exclusives, very cinematic games. Did I say cinematic right? Cinematic. Cinnabon. Cinematic. Cinnamon. Cinematic. Okay. If you want really high-grade console exclusives with cinematic experiences, then obviously go for PlayStation. I wouldn't blame you. But Xbox, what I like about them this generation is they're really focusing on accessibility. They really want everybody to play games. So yeah, PlayStation announced that all their new exclusives won't be part of a subscription service like this because they're too expensive. They're all multi-million-dollar games, and putting it on a subscription service like this kinda doesn't justify the price. They rather have people buy it so that they can regain that money, which is understandable. But Microsoft is going, nope, video games are for everybody. Yeah, you could say they're a multi-million-dollar company that, they sell Surface Pros, they sell software, they sell everything under the sun. But Sony does that too, They sell TVs, they sell cameras. They're both Goliaths at this point. Accessibility, that's what I like. Let's mention the Xbox accessibility controller, which is amazing. If you know how, you can hook it up to even the Nintendo Switch and play Animal Crossing on it, That's really cool, They're not leaving out anybody in this era of gaming, which leads us to the Series S and Series X. Now, I don't know how many people actually want it around these parts, but yeah, please tell us in the comments below. But here's my case for it. It really is value for money. Not just in a sense that makes you feel like pirating. I know that's like my main point here, but think about it. The Series S is just way cheaper than even the digital version of the PS5. And you get the Game Pass, which you pay every month. At $10 a month, it takes you 6 months of Game Pass to get one full-on game. Like a full game, a full $60 game. Hell, PS5 games are gonna be $70 from now on. So yeah, I'm just saying, if you don't care about exclusives and you just want to play as many games as possible at the cheapest price, then seriously, the Series S is the way to go. So overall, if you miss the feeling of coming home and just, you got this random shovelware game or a hidden gem from the game shop, you pop it into your console and it turns out it's fun, try out the Game Pass because you'll be really surprised to find your next favorite game there. And it might not be a game that you even heard of. This is Dale from IGN Southeast Asia. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Catch you guys next time.